Unfortunately, we have to start this week off with some bad, possibly even worse news. Late last week, after we finished recording the podcast, I went to play some games, and my PS4, which has been ill for a little while, it's been refusing to update. I had to do it manually. It went to safe mode, so now it is currently awaiting repairs. That's courtesy of CEX, which is a UK-based company, possibly other places. I'm not too certain. So, unfortunately, I cannot do nothing but wait until it gets back to me next Friday. But all I can think about is hopefully it's going to get fixed. My thoughts and prayers are with my PS4, because that thing means more to me than anything else.
Let's just hope it doesn't go to the big Sony in the sky.
I certainly hope so. So a moment of silence for the PlayStation and hope that it gets better. Hello. And welcome to Max Level Games. How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Max Level Games podcast. I'm James.
And I'm Liam.
If you don't know, this is a weekly...
Semi-weekly.
podcast where we sit for about an hour or so.
It's usually more than an hour. But
Yeah, well, on occasion. And talk about...
absolute bollocks.
Bollocksy in games and films, comics.
Whatever sort of tickles you under the
Whatever,
couch.
yeah, tickles that hairy, unshaven undercarriage of yours, Liam. So,
Well,
Liam...
you'd know.
Well, of course I would. So, what have you been playing this week? Out and out.
The weather's been hot, so to be honest, I haven't been playing that much.
It's been fucking... It's roasting. It's been beautiful so far, but right now I'm like... I'm dying for a...
It's hot, but it might be just a bit too hot.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's clammy.
We're British. We complain about everything. Everything weather-wise.
We'd be the type of people that complain about winning a lottery.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Well, now I've got all this money. What am I going to do with it?
Not even that, just like, congratulations, you've won the lottery. Well, I've had so many fucking debts, I could have done with that yesterday.
Yeah, I could have done with that fucking a few months ago.
You know
Bloody
what I mean?
hell.
But, yeah, game-wise.
Game-wise?
Game-wise, I've really just been playing Call of Duty Online.
Ah, okay.
We all know by now I'm a massive FPS fan.
Yeah, everyone knows that.
Yeah,
I think you should just have the words, I like FPS tattooed on your head.
Well, I won't put it on my head. Maybe my ass.
Either one. People are going to see it more often.
I mean, yeah, if it's on my ass when I go to prison, people are going to know I love first-person shooters, and a lot of people are probably going to be doing a lot of first-person shooting.
In your face. Yeah, that was a long-winded joke, literally.
Literally.
What we got there in the end.
But yeah, no, I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty World War 2.
Yeah.
I finally got it right. I stopped calling it World at War 2.
Yeah, it's no World at War 2.
Yeah. But no, what can I say? I've been playing it. I've been getting really good at it. I forgot how good I was at sniping.
Okay.
Yeah, not to toot my own horn, but
No, of course not.
But toot. Liam is an amazing sniper.
Yes, Liam.
1v1 snipe me, bro, right now. 360 finishes only.
I'm good. I don't have PS4 if I can't.
No, but yeah, that's pretty much all I've really been playing. I can't really talk too much about it because, what's to talk about? It's the same.
Yeah, it's
as much as I love FPSs, they're the same.
Yeah, pretty much.
Get from point A, point B, kill whatever's in your way, don't die.
Yeah, I'd say yeah.
And every once in a while we'll throw a stealth mission in there.
Yeah, why not? Because he's got to.
That's pretty much Call of Duty for you.
Well, you said it.
It's the same game all the time, but
you like it.
It's one of them. I'm good at it, so
yeah, that's fair.
What's the point? Don't fix it if it's not broken, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I have recently looked at the Black Ops 4.
Blops.
Yeah, Blops 4.
Blops 4.
But yeah, I've been looking at Blops 4 and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not impressed.
No, of course not.
Not at all. I'm more of the traditional warfare type of person.
Mm-hmm.
As Sony have said many times at E3, boots on the ground.
Yeah.
And they've somewhat got rid of the jetpacks and stuff like that in this game, but they're still there.
Mm-hmm.
To a degree.
Yeah.
Like if you run and you jump, you can shoot forward, but that's pretty much it.
Okay.
It's not so much advanced warfare where it was running across the walls, sliding 1.5 miles.
Mm-hmm. All these mad triple jump things.
Yeah, these triple jump 360s, these 12-year-olds on a rampage with a 10 kill streak.
Mm-hmm.
None of that. That's all been taken out of it, but it's still got the futuristic feel to it.
Yeah.
Which, in my opinion, I think's kind of killed the genre off for me.
Yeah, I can get that.
It's kind of like Sony and Activision stuff like that in general, but just Call of Duty game-wise, when they started going Advanced Warfare, I think it was Black Ops 2.
Yeah.
That's where it started, really. Like, that they sort of, like, nudged the little idea of futuristic ideas in there.
Mm-hmm.
And don't get me wrong, the fact that they just nudged it in, it changed the game a little bit for me. It was a nice breath of fresh air, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But then he went a bit nuts with it. It felt like I was playing Halo.
Yeah.
And I'm not a Halo fan, so for me, it's kind of like they listened to us, they give us what we wanted, which was a World War II game.
Yeah.
We got it. And it's like, yes, you're finally listening, for them to take a fucking another step back.
Yeah, basically.
It's like 3 steps forward, 4 steps back.
They give you what you want, and then it's like, next time we're going to go back to what we want to do.
Yeah, we're going back to what we know, and it's like, that's not what's selling now.
Yeah, pretty much.
But unfortunately, this generation it is.
Yeah.
It's, that's the way FPSs are going nowadays. Me and you had this discussion off air a couple of weeks ago about how it all changed when Titanfall came about.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's when it all started changing for the FPS, to be honest.
Yeah, they were, like you said, they were leaning towards like future-esque style things, when the whole vertical vertical climbing, run along walls, those kind of thing.
Yeah.
Again, not my field, so I can't say with any certainty, but that's just what I've observed, or at least memorised, at least.
That's what I'm saying. Just from, if I had to really put a pin in it of when it went a bit too far with the futuristic sort of themes, was when Titanfall first came out.
Mm-hmm.
But there's not much you can really talk about. I mean, I was a massive fan of Battlefield 1 as well.
Okay.
Again, that was World War 1. That was boots on the ground. That was actual... Again, you couldn't jump 20 feet from one building to another just to get a better sniper advantage. You had to fight your way through the streets, up the building to get to the roof again. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it was a bit more challenging doing it that way than it was the other way. I don't know, maybe I'm stuck in my old ways.
Yeah.
You
like what you like.
I like what I like, and what I like is cocaine and hookers.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, that too. And guns.
Yeah, and guns.
Cocaine, hookers and guns.
Everything a grown boy needs.
Living the American dream.
Gotta love it.
Yeah, of course.
What about yourself?
Well, as we said, I've not got a PS4 at the minute because it's unfortunately in the CEX clinic until Friday until I find out anything that's going on at all. I mean, not gonna knock them all right. Not gonna knock the guys who trying to fix my console. But the only way they're gonna contact me is if the price that's been quoted at me has to be changed. They're not gonna contact me at all to tell me if they can or can't fix it. So I have to wait an entire week to find out anything, which is a little bit annoying.
Yeah, I can imagine that to be really annoying.
It's more so annoying the fact that I want to know, I want to be updated, kind of thing. Apparently, there's something I can follow.
So does your PS4.
What, sorry?
And so does your PS4. That wants to be updated.
Yeah, it does. We're fucking refusing.
Sorry, that was a bit of a low blow, but it was worth it.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I've been saying for the last couple of days, though, like, God forbid something happens and I have to be done with it. Which, to be fair, it's basically dead anyway. I've lost all my stuff on it. 2 years worth of stuff is gone, so it's effectively a new console.
Well, yeah, who knows? Might be able to.
I might be able to save it. We'll find out a way. But if worse comes to worse and it has to go to that big recycling center in the sky, then I'll upgrade to a Pro.
Yeah.
Invest the money into it. But so in the meantime, I've been diving back to the PS3 games because
going retro now, are we?
Well, you call that retro at this age?
Let's be honest, it's over 5 years old, and we're millennium kids.
Well, I don't know about you, mate. Anyway, get off the topic. PS3 games. I've played a few. I've dabbled in a few, and I've finished 2.
Ooh.
So, the 3 I've dabbled in.
Yeah.
We've got the first 2 were PS Plus games for like a few months ago that I've just sort of downloaded because I was curious. The first was called, and it's Japanese, so excuse me for this. It's called Mugen Souls Z. Mugen, I don't know.
Don't worry about it.
It's Japanese, like I said. But when I played it, I didn't play much of it because, to be honest, it felt really low budget.
Yeah.
Like the movement and all this was very
clunky.
Yeah, clunky. And the art style was, well, they had animated cutscenes, like in the sense it was like, here's a cutout of a character talking to another one with text box underneath. That kind of animations, not proper anime style animations.
So it was kind of like the old Game Boy style sort of bloody animations.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And getting into it, it felt like, I mean, some of these games are gonna go right over your head because this isn't your thing, but it's mine.
Yeah.
It felt a lot like the Mega Dimension / Hyperdimension game series, which is when you go into combat, you sort of have a limited space of movement. You move towards them, pick an attack. Yeah, bada bing, bada boom, all that kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
And that's basically how it went. The only interesting part was that your ship apparently turns into like a giant Megazord style thing, and you have spaceship fights.
Oh, fair enough.
But that seemed like a smaller part of the bigger game, so I didn't really get that far into it. Because it's like, it's not gripping me. It's, as I say, it felt like something else. It felt like it was taking another game's style, but not executing it as well. So I wasn't interested to carry on playing it.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Other than that, I played Legend of K, which was... Now, see, Legend of K...
Old game back
it
in
is.
the day.
That's a PS2 game, and I was quite surprised when that got remastered to PS3, like a few years ago.
Wow.
Because Legend of K, for me, not to knock the guys who made it or anything like that, they probably put their heart and soul into it, but it always struck me as one of those, like, bargain bin PlayStation games. You'd go to Home Bargains or some cheapo... home
like 3 for 20 type games and that.
Yeah, like the really, like you look at them and like, yeah, someone's clearly made that on a very low budget or just sat in a basement somewhere.
Yeah.
It always struck me as one of those games, so I never thought I'd give it time of day. But as I say, with my PS4-lessness at the minute, I'm going back over some really older games. I just thought, go on, I'll give it a go, and it's not awful. It's not gripped me enough to keep me going. I think I finished like the first chapter of it.
Fair enough.
But it's pretty similarly just your old style PS2 platformer.
Your old school like Jack and Daxter and stuff like that.
Not even so much that. No, I wouldn't go as far as that because like, sorry, my nose a bit. I'm gonna have breathing problems the entire time. Sorry. So
hey, fever man, it's a killer.
It's a bitch. So, like, because some of the movements are a bit like clunky as well. The whole setting is like quite Japanese ninja martial arts esque inspired. You play as a cat character called K.
K the cat.
K the cat. Who, when you look at the picture, he doesn't have the voice you would imagine when you look at him.
Yeah.
It's definitely some child actor who's come in. He's quite like very monotone. So, to be fair, all the voice acting in the game is poor.
Yeah.
I didn't get that far in the game, and it's all just pretty poor. So
well,
not good. That's not good either. The combat's really, really simplistic. But it's one of those that if I hadn't got it for free and I'd paid for it, I'd have been like, no.
Yeah.
I do not like this. But it was free, so I can't complain.
Yeah.
But that's by the by. The other game I did dip into, which I've completed many, many a time, I was just playing it because it's a great fucking game, was Ratchet and Clank.
Oh,
of the Future trilogy, the PS3 trilogy, which is called the Future trilogy.
Yeah.
I played the third one, which is Crack in Time, which is still the best one because it's so pretty.
Don't get me wrong, I like the Ratchet and Clank games, but I think they sort of fell midway through the second one.
You mean on the PS2 or PS3?
The PS2.
So, number 2 going commando.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a great one.
It was good, but it just felt like, for me, I don't know about yourself, but for me, it just sort of felt like they stopped giving a shit midway through the game.
I definitely disagree.
Fair enough.
Definitely disagree. They seem... I mean, if you wanted to be incredibly blunt about it, a lot of them have the very similar gameplay styles, You go around the world fighting enemies. It's quite linear when you get to each world. But it's just... It's one of those where you have to be sort of invested in what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like, it's more about what's going on as opposed to what's happening in front of you. What's happening in front of you, obviously, is just it's pretty solid gun gameplay, not FPS, which you can't. Well, there's a setting in some of the earlier games, but it's still just like. Plus, you get the most random, wacky fucking future guns ever. Like you get Mr. Zircon, who's like a little robot assistant that follows you around and shoots people. Comes out with all these great fucking lines like, Mr. Zircon is here to kill you. It comes out with the stupidest shit, but it's funny. Like the Groovatron, which is a disco ball. Shit like it's
It was
fun.
It was
it's
one of them
fun.
when it was a proper child friendly.
It was, yeah.
Messed with your head a little bit though.
Oh yeah, a little bit. But no, the Crack in Time was the last sort of proper one, because after that they sort of went off on these little things. They had Q-Force, which was a tower defense. They had All for One, which is a 4-player co-op. Then they had Into the Nexus, which was also the last sort of proper one. And then they got to PS4 and so on and so forth. But no, I was playing that because it's just like, this is a great game, and I'm sad because I'm having to wait on my broken console, so I'm going to play a good game on the PS3.
Now, here's an argument that I don't know about you, but I definitely had this in school with my friends.
Okay.
Ratchet and Clank or Jak and Dexter.
Oh, fuck. I knew you guys me that.
I had these arguments constantly in school.
I can't decide.
Well,
I can't. They're too different to be like. The only reason people looked at it like that is because they're both PlayStation properties, and you play as one character with a small sidekick.
That's
why people compare them. But you look how they play, and you're like, no, these are
they're completely different. I mean, self-personally for me, I always pick Jak and Dexter.
Yeah.
Just for the simple fact of like how edgy he got throughout the games.
Yeah, he got pretty edgy.
It was like growing up with the games and being of the alternative group. In other words, being a goth growing up.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to like, I'm an indie.
Yeah.
I'm a hipster guy.
No, it was kind
I
of...
was hipster before hipster was a thing.
I was hipster before hipster was a thing. That's how cool I was.
Well.
No, but growing up, as he was getting edgier, I was going through that awkward teenage child moulding process.
Kind of like Prince Persia did, where it went, time, warrior with him, which is edgy as fuck, and then
Two Thrones.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah. It was just kind of cool. He went just from this normal little cool kid to then like this edgy little teenager to like this badass in the third one.
Game. Yeah, it was.
And I was like, wow.
Yeah.
So that's why I always pick Jak and Dexter.
That's fair. Well, speaking of Prince of Persia, though, I played a bit of that as well. I played the one which shall not be named, the last one. The game which is, for all intents and purposes, a movie tie-in that doesn't tie into the movie.
A movie tie-in that doesn't tie into the movie.
If I was to get up on screen now, the front cover for Forgotten Sands and the poster that was surrounded by the Sands of Time movie with Jake Gyllenhaal, you'd look and go, yeah, that's definitely...
Yeah, they've definitely... It was... I don't know about you, but you've just said it as well. To me, it just felt like the biggest rip-off.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, we've just released a film. Everyone who played Prince of Persia growing up got so excited for this film, and the hype was going mental, so it was just like, I know we can make a quick couple of $100 here, you know?
Let's make a game too.
Let's just throw out with a game dead quick.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be good. It can be glitchy and buggy to death. People are still going to buy it, though.
Probably.
And I reckon that's how it felt for me.
That's how it probably came around, yeah, but... And you know yourself, because we played a bit together over the weekend, but... And I hate to be this guy. I always hate these people, but it is a proper insult of a game to all people who played it. Because the combat, for one thing, is a mess.
Oh,
it's
everywhere.
It's so barbaric.
It's just swing and hope for the best.
Compared to how it used to be, with running up walls and hopping over fuckers and slicing them up. And like, in the first game, we had to take them down so far we could like... Special take them down with the dagger, remember?
That was the only way you could kill them.
Yeah, you had to weaken them enough with a sword and then dagger them, which brought another element of like thinking about how you're fighting these guys.
Yeah, because you couldn't just hack and slash and hope for the best. You had to take them down like one at a time.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Which made the combat seem a little bit... Which, I don't know about you, the combat seemed harder.
It was. The first game took me forever to finish.
That's what I mean.
But then, this game, it's just keep swinging. The whole... One of the like big things that advertisers on the back of the game box was you can fight hordes of enemies, which is true, because at one time you're on screen with like 20, 30 enemies all around you. But because the prince's like sword swings are so wide, you can hit like 4 or 5 in one go and just keep doing that all over and over again.
So you end up killing like 20 people.
Yeah, and then getting into the spoilers, obviously it's a few years old now. It came out in 2010. It's been 8 years old. We know how in most Prince of Persia games, there's always that weapon at the end of the game. You always get like a new weapon in the game that basically slices through the bad guys. Yeah. Like in the first game, you got that sand weapon or the water weapon or something like that basically took them out in one hit. That happens in this, so you get the sword, which basically takes out all these enemies in one hit. So the hordes get bigger, and you're just like...
just no woodies.
Just flailing your arms around madly like I'm in real life. That's basically what happens. That's basically how... The combat went to the end of the game. I was like, well, this isn't not interesting at all.
Reading the review on the game, swinging a sword with the other one, thinking,
pretty much,
wow.
Yeah, and then secondly is the movement. Because the Prince of Persia game's movement
was so fluid. The old ones.
Yeah, it was so good as well. And you had to be precise. Because if you fucked up, if you teetered off even a little bit, you would go down the hole and have to rewind time and so on and so forth. Whereas this one, it's weird because it's both light and clunky. The prince's jump is ridiculously high. A standard jump is
It's like a 20
too
foot
high.
leap.
It's too high for any normal person. I mean, obviously the Prince of Persia games never really obeyed the laws of physics very well either.
No, they don't, but at least they don't completely snap them. They
No,
bend,
of course
they bend them.
Yeah, you basically like you're sort of like the pinnacle of like an athletic warrior kind of thing
Yeah,
in the old games.
you're at the peak of your fitness.
Yeah, but in this game you can jump like the size of you can literally jump the size of a normal person, easy.
Oh god.
And then what's even worse is like the wall running and stuff. You can run up walls, that's fine. You can run across walls. Again, physics. Who needs them?
Yeah.
Still fine. But in this
bending.
in this game, you jump at a wall over a gap. Bear in mind, you jump at a wall and then come run up it.
Oh, so that's the point I'm on about. They're not bending the
Yeah,
laws of
there are
physics.
no physics.
They're just completely snapping them.
No physics. And this is you can do that in the game even before shit hits the fan. So you can't be like, oh well, it's all the magic in the kingdom that's cursed it, and now the prince is suddenly super athletic. And it's like, well, no, because he did it before the sand monsters came out.
Yeah.
So, and then the story is just so fucking. I don't care. That's the best way of putting it. I don't. It's supposed to be set between Sands of Time and Warrior Within, with very, very few vague references to the first game.
Yeah.
Obviously, the second game hadn't happened at that point, so they can't reference it. But
Yeah.
even when the game finishes, it just sort of ends. If you know what I mean, it's just like, here we go, we're done. Story's over. Carry on.
That's what I mean. But the second game, Warrior Within.
Yeah.
You first start off on I think it's a Greek warship.
I think so, because what happens? He's trying to find the Island of Time.
Yeah.
Because the Dahaka is still
Yeah.
trying to. Yeah, the Dahaka's hunting him or something like that.
The thing that scared the living shit out of me from.
Oh, that thing was awful.
That was and I used to shit myself when the screen would go like that. Dark.
Yeah, well, it's like, oh shit, we know he's here.
It's like, oh no.
That was good though, because it was like it probably you had to be wearing your brown pants to play that game.
Yeah.
Because as soon as the screen went,
definitely.
As soon as the screen went all black and white, you were like, oh shit, here we go.
And then you'd have to do that big mad obstacle course every time to get away from him.
Yeah.
And going into what you said about if you veered off slightly to the left, you were fucked.
Pretty much, yeah.
He'd get you. So
yeah.
Your anxiety was halfway up the wall. No wonder we're completely riddled with anxiety nowadays.
Having to fight things like that.
Exactly.
But there is one thing I will say about Forgotten Sands that is actually decent, and that's the sort of new traversal mechanics. Because there's two sort of new traversal mechanics you get. Well, 3 technically, but
let's stick with 2. Let's just say 2.
One's very plot heavy.
Okay.
Or for more. Well, there's that thing where there's that thing in games where you get a new power to do such thing, and then the next 20, 30 minutes of gameplay is solely based around using that power as a puzzle, and then after that it's like, oh yeah, we'll throw it in occasionally.
Yeah, every once in a while, we forgot we got to use that.
There's 3 of them. There's like I said, there's the specific one which is recalling memories when you go to this underground city thing.
Yeah.
Recalling memories from the Jinn, to spill specific structures, which is again it's fun and challenging in a platforming sense, because you'll recall one platform, have to run across to another one that needs to be recalled, but every time you recall something, only one thing can be recalled at a time. So you've got to jump, recall the next thing, and hopefully land on it in time.
Yeah.
If the fucking system responds fast enough to you pressing the button.
Yeah.
Which is also a problem. Then there's this sort of very contextual, sort of long jump ability where you sort of jump in the air and phase across to big gaps.
Yeah.
But it can only be phased at an enemy. So there were these enemies that appeared all the time that would throw bombs and stuff. Basically, if you saw them, you knew where you were going.
Yeah.
They'd tell you where you're going, because you're like, there's
that.
That's how I crossed that gap. I'll just jump at this bitch and be like, boom, done. Oh, excuse me.
It was kind of in your face sort of thing.
Yeah,
it wasn't sort of like the last.
Yeah, the other games, you had to really think about where you're trying to go.
Yeah.
Apart from the scenes where the camera would pan around and show you where you need to go.
Yeah.
But on the other scene, this is no, there's the enemy across this gap, so that's how you go that way.
Yeah.
So that's, if I was to rate these 3 powers, I'd put the recall thing at the bottom. No, I'd put the phase thing at the bottom, recall second, and then the first thing, because now this actually, I meant to say 3 powers, not 2. The good thing, the one shining glimmer of hope in this pile of shit that is a game, is the water ability.
Oh, the way you can stop water.
Yeah, you can freeze water. Yeah, because there'll be water pouring down. You can use that as a column to climb on.
Yeah.
There's water shooting out pipes. You can use it as handlebars to swing on. and there's like obviously streams where you can run across.
Yeah.
All that I thought, yeah, that's actually pretty good as well, because there's certain puzzles, especially like at the very end of the game where you climb this big tower, that are very like you have to time it properly, because there's like, say there's 3 streams of water, which when you freeze you can run across or jump back and forth. You've got to run across the first one, unfreeze to get through the second one, but then freeze again to jump off the first one, then back to the middle one, then unfreeze again. It's proper complicated, and you've probably got to time it. So I'd say that is the good thing about this game, but other than that, it's definitely not worth price of admission.
My small amount of game time with the puzzles they were not compared to the old ones.
No, there was only one puzzle that annoyed me. That was it. And that was because I didn't really think it. I was making it more complex than it was.
Yeah.
And then it turned out it wasn't.
No, see, if I remember, it was Sands of Time, the very first one, where you had to work your way up these like 3 levels by picking the right door to go through. It was like
in the Trippy Dream sequence thing.
Oh.
Yeah, you know the trick to that actually is, I've realised this like several years on, but the trick to that is when you walk around all the doors, you wait for the sound of trickling water, and that's the door you go in. You finish it in minutes doing that.
See, well, I know the amount of times I failed doing that.
It was a bitch.
I would spend, I'm not even going to lie, about a good 45 minutes trying to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was literally by chance that I got to the top. I just one day got lucky.
Yeah.
And picked the right door.
Because the game back then didn't hold hands.
No. That's what I mean. Like nowadays, a lot of games just sort of, come on, this way.
This is the way to go now. Oh, you died. Oh, that's a shame. We'll pick you back up and try again.
Yeah. Oh, don't even get me started. I can't even remember what it was called. Prince of Persia, the one where you just couldn't
2008.
Die. Yeah.
2008. That's not what it's officially called, but that's what it's referred to as.
Oh, you just couldn't die? What's the point of it?
No. That game would have benefited from not being called Prince of Persia.
Yeah.
If they'd call it something else. It's the same with Far Cry Primal. If they'd called that something else, yeah, it'd have been well received. Speaking of Far Cry, though, this is the last thing I played and finished.
Oh.
Which was the Far Cry 3 DLC, Blood Dragon.
Ah.
Now, when I've had it for a while, I've stopped and started it a billion times. But this last weekend, I was like, you know what? I'm going to sit here and commit to it, because even though it's not the greatest, I'm going to play it through, because I can say I've played it through.
Yeah.
The reason it's not the greatest, though, is because it's the old style of controls whereby the front bumper buttons, like R1, L1, that's aim and shoot. Whereas now we're used to the back buttons, because that's the logical fucking thing to do.
Well, saying that,
Okay.
default setting on the Call of Duty pads is the bottom triggers.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Is the bottom triggers. L1 to aim, R1 to shoot. Personally, I can't stand it being that way.
Oh, really?
Because I'm just going to show you using your pad.
Yeah, we have a model controller right now in the room.
Yeah, just to show you. Have you noticed how much gap there is before you actually get to use the trigger?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Now, this is just me being a nerd. This is just me being an absolute FPS nerd.
Okay.
Yeah. It takes less time to aim and shoot it using the bumpers. Because there's less distance than that.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
So, you know when you're trying to out-aim someone who's already aiming at you? If they're trying to aim using the little triggers at the bottom, they've got to then zoom right in using that one, wait for the character to aim, and then shoot.
See, I never found a problem with that, though, in other games.
Most people don't. It's kind of like, not a hack, it's just sort of more of a personal preference for me.
Yeah, it's definitely more of a preference kind of setting than anything else. I think.
For me, it's more of a but also, on the Call of Duties, the crouch and go prone, you hold B. Hold B, that's the Xbox stuff.
Blasphemy!
I know!
Wash your mouth that way. So.
Shame!
Shame!
Shame! You hold circle to go to prone. Now, it's the R3 trigger.
Yeah, the analog stick press.
Yeah, analog stick, yeah. Which makes doing shots like drop shots and... basically doing drop shots, quick shots and stuff like that. So instead of having to hold B, let go of the analog stick to hold B to go prone, to then go back to the analog stick to move quickly.
Yeah.
You can turn left as you're crouching at the exact same time. It just makes it easier, basically.
Fair enough.
Sorry, I just thought, like...
Yeah, so, okay, moving on for controls. Yeah, it just felt weird playing like that. Plus, it was a Far Cry game, so everyone knows the bow and arrow is OP as fuck.
Oh, it's the best game.
So I did that.
Best weapon in the game.
It's really short. I'll say that. You can probably finish it in like an hour, maybe. Well, not an hour. No, I'd say maybe 3 or 4. It's like one island, about 12 places to liberate. The story missions, I think there's about 5 or 6.
That it?
Yeah, but it's one of them you can dick about in between as much as you want. Really.
Yeah.
There's loads of side quests to get like attachments for things, but I used the bow and arrow. I used the LMG, and then I used the fucking like super weapon at the end. Yeah. None of them had attachments, so I had no reason to do side quests.
I don't know about you. For me, it just seems like every time I go on someone else's game to play a Far Cry, they've always got the same sort of layout. They've got the circle layout for the guns, haven't you? Yeah. You've got 4 sections that you can put your guns in.
Oh no, this was before all that.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, this is before all that. This is where it's still like the diagonal button, the directional buttons, so it's up, down, left, right.
Yeah, that kind of thing. But still 4 sort of.
Yeah, you should still equip 4. Yeah, still equip 4 weapons.
That's what I mean. I don't know about you. It always seems to me when I go into someone else's game, it's always at the top a pistol.
No, not for me.
No, fair enough. You would have to be the awkward one, wouldn't you?
Of course I would.
No, but for everyone else, I don't know. For me, it always seems like pistol at the top, then going clockwise. So we pistol at the top, then on the right trigger, or the right fucking side of the circle, would be an assault rifle.
Yes.
Down the bottom would be the bow and arrow.
Yes.
And then on the side would either be an LMG or a sniper.
No, on my left... Well, my LMG is my assault rifle. I don't use assault rifles. If I get an LMG, I use that as opposed to assault rifle. But on the other side, I used to have like a special kind of thing. So like snipers, or in this case, the end game weapon, which is called the... Fuck, I forgot what it's called now. It has some stupid name. The whole game is proper like 80s action, sci-fi-esque.
Full on Duke Nukem.
Yeah, but it proper takes the piss all kinds. I've got a list here of some things that occurred in the game. Some of the lines he said. They're very contextual stuff. But he says shit like, "I just dropped in to say fuck you," or
very Duke Nukem then.
Very Duke Nukem. No, his name's Rex Power Cult.
Oh, come on, that's so 80s.
With a metal arm and everything, and a cyber eye.
So he's Cable.
He says stuff like, "He gave me the finger, so I gave him 5 back."
Oh my god.
If you throw a grenade at someone and get a grenade kill, he said, "Blow me, so I did."
Oh god.
And then there's a fucking training montage at the end. Because when you get the super powerful weapon, it basically it relies off of your own like health bar to use rather than like ammo and stuff. It's like, your body cannot sustain this power. We have to train you. And there's a whole like 5-10 minute fucking training montage. And I was like, oh, for God's sake. Fuck me. And then there's obviously a fucking female scientist character who the main character falls in love with, and then they have a sex scene as well. And it's just like, but the thing is, it's a parody, so it's like, you can't fault it because it's doing what it says in the tin. It's being a parody.
It's taking the piss out of the 80s, every 80s action film, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. And then let's say the last weapon you get, it's basically a death beam, and because your health, if you leveled up enough, your health should be pretty big at this point. You get this fucking death beam thing because it makes everything else useless. In fact, I'd even say, apart from the missions where you have to liberate outposts and stuff, wait till the end of the game, because you can literally just walk in and go and destroy them all in seconds, which is what I did. I left like 2 outposts after the main campaign. Yeah. Went in with this super ninja beam thing, and just went, killed a lot of them in seconds, and that was it. So, but yeah, I can't remember actually how I even got it. I think it might have been like a free thing at one point, or I bought a bundle with Far Cry. I can't remember. It's an old purchase, but I know it's really fucking warm.
I'm actually peeling my t-shirt off my skin.
It's pretty damn hot in here. I've not got my fan. But yeah, I don't know. It's Far Cry 3, but it's weird.
I mean, the only thing I am surprised about is it just didn't rip off Duke Nukem.
No, I don't think so. No, but I mean, it might have done. I didn't really pay that much attention.
It was
one of those games that I definitely switch my brain off for.
It's one of them, the classic line from Duke Nukem, which isn't even Duke Nukem's.
Which the bubblegum and kick-ass one?
Yeah. It's not even Duke Nukem's fucking thing, but that's where everyone knows it from.
Pop culture references for days.
Yeah, that's it.
Basically. So I think that's it for games we played this week. We've been talking for a while on this one.
Wow, we have actually.
Yeah, we have. But I've played a lot this week. I've been dipping into things to find what I want to play. What I need to commit my time to right now while I wait for my PS4 to come back from the doctors.
I've got this whole idea if you when you watch the films and a father's waiting to go in to see the child for the first time.
That's how I feel.
That's exactly how I can imagine you'd be sitting there waiting in the waiting room
Yeah. You best believe I'll be going to the CX store on Friday when it's supposed to come back. I'm like, give me the good news. Just tell me, is it okay? Please, just tell me it's okay.
I feel like I'm gonna have to walk out and just be like,
And they'll go in the back and just check on things. They'll come out empty-handed and be like, I'm so sorry. And I'll be like, no, why, God, why? She was too young. That's exactly how it's gonna go.
yeah.
Precisely how it's gonna go.
No, I can imagine. It's either that or you're gonna react like how every macho man acts in a fucking action film with the hospital scene. Starts like, no, get off me, no!
Just like a single tear running down his eyes, like. And he's throw out a quick salute like Solid Snake.
Yeah, I'm gonna get this bitch who did this to my girl.
Oh my God. But moving on to the next portion of the podcast is news and anything else to come out this week.
News.
Do you have any bits? Because I've got a few.
I've only got really one big one that we both know about.
Which? Oh yeah, that statement that came out yesterday.
That statement that came out yesterday.
Who said it again? It was one of the executives, wasn't it, at Sony or something like that? He said the PS4. Yeah, I've got it here. The PS4 has entered the final phase of its life cycle.
Yeah.
And you and I both were just like, what?
I fucking hope not.
No, that best be another 2 years worth of fucking end of a life.
Yeah,
come on.
Unless that's what he's on about.
Maybe, like, but as I say, it's like I was going to say the other week, like people are disappointed that there's not going to be any mention of like a PS5 at E3, and I was like, well, fucking duh.
I mean, the PS4 is not that old.
No, it's not. It's only about for like, we don't know this. We should know this.
I think it's only been on like 4, maybe 5 years at
I
most.
don't think that. It's from like 3, isn't it?
I think so.
Okay, we're going to have to Google this in a minute, but still.
We'll throw it in at the end.
Yeah, I'll throw it in the end.
But it hasn't been out that long.
No, plus, like you said, they've got stuff planned into next year, so...
That's what I mean.
At the earliest I want to hear anything about PS5, like specs or any kinds of bollocks like this, or tech demos, is E3 2020.
I mean, all I'm thinking about as well is if they do bring out a PS5, is the virtual reality going to be able to adapt to the PS5?
I hope the best fucking I'd do.
That's what I'm
Otherwise,
on
people
about.
are going to have to buy a whole new
The price of it.
VR headset for the PS5.
That's what I'm about. The price of that. I mean, I'm fine with it because I don't own one.
Yeah.
I'm on about people like yourself and obviously our friend Luke.
Yeah.
You have both went out your way and bought these VR headsets, and it's it's just shy of being the same price as the actual console itself.
Well, if they do bring out a PS5, and it's in like the next few years or something like that, they'd be really stupid to not do backwards compatibility.
That's what I mean.
Or at the very least, have it something that could... If it's not something you can do at launch, just say, yeah, we are going to work on it at some point. Because, you know, I mean, I'm not one to bin my old consoles as soon as a new one comes out.
No, I'm not.
I keep all of them, of course, obviously, but...
I mean, God, I've still got... Remember the PS1, the slim ones?
Yeah,
I've got one of them.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, it's... I don't see it being... I don't understand what they mean by that. I think he probably was discussing, like, that they're going to look into what they're doing next soon.
Yeah.
But I'd hope it's not soon, like, next month soon.
No, I agree with you with saying the 2020, E3 2020. I'd be happy. Not happy. I'd be more acceptable to accept that the PS5's coming out then.
Yeah, 2020 onwards.
Yeah.
I'd say.
That's when I'd be like, yeah, it's about time for the new PS.
Pretty much, yeah.
You know what I mean? But
we'll see about that.
if they release a PS5, I don't even think there's that much software that's been updated recently.
No idea.
So I don't even think they'd be running off any new gaming engines.
It's because it's similar to like PCs and stuff, isn't it? Because PCs you can constantly upgrade them all the time.
Yeah, but
That's the problem with like when you want to be a console gamer as opposed to PC gamer, is because we can't do that with consoles. That's one thing PC gamers always lord over us, is like, yeah, we can just keep upgrading and making ours better all the time. We're like, I don't care.
I don't care. I have more fun playing mine.
Exactly. So yeah. But anything else you want to say?
I mean, apart from that, that's all I've really got, to be honest.
Okay, well, I've got a few things. I've got a whole list here.
I'm just gonna sit back then, because I
So-
feel like I'm slacking this week.
Some things you're going to like, other things you might not be interested in, but I want to talk about.
Go by all means.
The first thing is last Friday in Los Angeles, they held a special event, Square Enix. Square Enix held a special event, the Kingdom Hearts 3 premiere event, where they let like fans and stuff who could do content online and journalistic outlets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They all got to go and try Kingdom Hearts 3, and I was like, you bunch of cunts. I want to play Kingdom Hearts fucking 3. I'm waiting a long time for this game.
See, well, I'm not a big massive fan of it.
Oh, I love it. I've got it tattooed on my arm, for God's sake. I think that shows my commitment to this game.
I mean, if you look at what if you can describe what I've got on my arm, but
it's Vikings?
yeah,
Vikings,
Viking.
of course it is.
It's an unfinished one.
Okay, it's unfinished Viking, yes. But
And then on the other arm, I've got
a fish.
2 koi carp and a lotus flower.
That.
And when I finish the Viking, I'm also getting a peacekeeper tattooed on my leg.
That, yeah, okay.
Just to, for honour.
Yeah, why not?
That game that either you love or you hate.
Yeah, I get that. But no, I do love Kingdom Hearts, and number 3 is set to come out this year. Touch wood, set to come out this year. But they played it. I've been seeing loads of little footage bits from it. Wreck-It Ralph is a fucking summon in the game, and I was like, yes,
Wreck-It Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph's in the fucking game as a summon. So yes, they showed off bits of the Toy Story world, because there's a Toy Story world in it now. Finally, it only took them fucking 7 games. And what else is in there? Oh god, what else is in there?
Wait, so it's called Kingdom Hearts 3, but there's been 7 games.
Mate, you.
See,
oh wow. Okay,
see,
so
what I'm on about. This way I like when me and you actually talk about games. We've got such an opposite.
yeah. Okay, so it's okay. It's Kingdom Hearts. There's Kingdom Hearts 1. There's
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memory. I don't know. I'm probably gonna get these wrong in terms of release date, but these are like sort of how the story goes.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, Kingdom Hearts Coded, Kingdom Hearts what's the last one? 3D Dream Drop Distance, and Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep. And now it's Kingdom Hearts 3.
No.
There are a lot of the thing is, right, this is what bothers me as well. Everyone says the story is incredibly convoluted, and for the most part it is, but if you play the games in the right order, it all makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I suppose if you're gonna play.
They just didn't release in the right order. It's the Star Wars thing. It's how they went 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
That's Kingdom Hearts. But now it's all out. You could get the collection on PS4.
Now, speaking of Star Wars, it's getting even worse, isn't it? Because now it's like, what was it? It went 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3,
7.
7.
Rogue One.
Rogue
8.
No,
Solo.
Rogue One went back.
Yeah, Rogue One went back to the before episode 4.
Yeah, and then it's gone even further back with the release of Han Solo's movie.
Well, no, I don't know when that's set though, because surely that's set between...
it was set when he was way young.
I know, it's probably set like in terms of like the timeline of the Star Wars mythology, I guess. It's probably set between like episodes 1, 2, and 3, isn't it? I don't know, because he wasn't in the original, the prequel trilogy, should I say?
Yeah, no.
And he said original trilogy then. Fucking hell.
I know. I was about to like full on.
There would have been a shot fired from like a sniper rifle 100 yards away, and I would have been taken out in seconds. Apart from just breaking everything on my fucking table here.
Do you know the best thing about it, if that actually happened though?
What?
I'd like be like,
well, you deserved it.
well,
You shouldn't have misspoke about Star Wars.
I mean, that's almost as bad as saying, I love Star Wars and then referencing
Do you want to try it again? One more time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like reference. I can't even say the word!
Okay, the joke's gone. Okay, the joke's gone. Basically, yes, Kingdom Hearts 3 happened last week. People got to play the game. It looks really fun. And they said that early next month they're going to release more information, probably release date. And what's early next month?
E3.
E3, exactly. So the Square Enix press conference that you and I are going to watch together and record over. I'm going to sit here like a squealing little bitch as soon as Kingdom Hearts 3 comes on screen.
Just turn into a full-on Justin Bieber fangirl.
Probably, yes.
Just,
exactly. Although, if it's late at night, I won't do as much. I'll do like an internal scream and then wait till the morning and then scream properly like, oh my god, yes, finally!
No, I reckon you'll still do the Justin Bieber scream. It'll just be like, with the volume right down, just be like...
Yeah, it'd be like you just turn the volume right the way down. That's pretty much how it goes. What next thing on the list? Something you might like. The next couple things on the list you might like, actually. There have been more leaks of more potential games in the future. One of which is a Fallout 3 remaster.
Oh my god.
That's all, again, total rumour. I think it was another one of those like Amazon style sites that have just like put it out there that it could happen. Nothing's been confirmed. Absolutely nothing on it.
I mean, I'm still waiting for fucking Miami's download.
Oh yeah, that thing, yeah.
Mate, you get the Mach 11.
Yeah, that means nothing to me, mate. It means absolutely nothing to me.
Well, do you ever watch...
Is it a gun?
It's a gun.
Okay.
It's a very small, compact gun that I hate to be stereotypical about. When you watch, films and the Gentlemen of Colour,
Okay. Wow, okay, you could have just been in bump with that one.
Yeah. You know, when the gentleman of colour decides to drive past his friends
Okay.
and stick a gun out the window and can't hold the trigger.
Okay.
You know that gun?
Okay, fair enough.
That's called the Mach 11.
Right, so drive-by gun.
Yeah, basically a drive-by
You
gun.
could have just said drive-by gun.
I was just going into it.
Yeah, you're trying to be a bit PC there, but it's okay. It's okay, Liam.
Yeah, I tried.
PC doesn't suit you.
No, it really
No,
doesn't.
It doesn't. Next thing, though.
Do you know when the
Too far. Beep. Too far. The next thing is Battlefield V or 5. It got announced, didn't it?
I haven't heard of
The
this.
date today is 23rd. I believe today they're supposed to reveal more information about it. Probably later on tonight because American time.
Yeah.
Because they showed the logo off saying it's being announced, but some people were like, is that a V or is it a 5? Because if it's a V, people think Vietnam? Battlefield Vietnam?
Well, I think that's the one thing that Battlefield have stayed true to, which Call of Duty didn't. When Call of Duty were going futuristic.
Yeah, they went back to boots to the ground, all that.
Well, not even that, because when they started going futuristic about the time
Battlefield 4, wasn't it?
4 came out, yeah. Now, I'm not getting into Battlefield 4 because Battlefield 4 was basically just Battlefield 3.
Okay.
That's literally, it ran off the same engine, the same multiplayer.
Yeah.
Most of the maps were like identical with a few fucking. No, we changed things. No, you changed the skin of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
The map's still the same. You know what I mean? So it was basically just Battlefield 3.
Mm-hmm.
But then they sort of went quiet for a while and released Hardpoint, which, oh my god, it was so bad. It was so bad. The story made no sense.
Yeah.
Well, first off, you started off as a police officer, and just an undercover, not even an undercover, you were just like a detective, so you wore your own clothes, you know what I mean, that type of thing. You end up getting framed for doing something, you end up working both sides of the law, you know what I mean, because it's short, you end up working both sides of the law, just to be like, if you're a bad guy on multiplayer, you can do this, and if you're a police officer in multiplayer, you can do this.
Okay.
And it's just like, oh god, really, that's how you're going with this?
So that's what this could be. That it could be carrying on with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Battlefields, or it could be going back to.
Or it could be following where Battlefield 1.
Yeah, went back to like a historical event.
Yeah,
that's fair.
I hope it's Vietnam.
We'll find out. We can look at it later on today.
I hope it's Vietnam.
I think it said today, 23rd. It's today's 23rd. I think it's the 23rd.
Because I was Norman.
But the next piece isn't as much a news piece, but it's something I actually dug up and realised. Because remember last week we were talking about E3 predictions, and I said out of nowhere that I want Prince of Persia back.
Yeah.
Well, funnily enough, this year is the 15th anniversary. It came out on October 28th, 2003. So this is the 15-year anniversary of Prince of Persia. If they were going to do anything with it, like remaster it, like bring it
now.
to the PS4.
It'd be this year, or it'd have to
treatments.
be 5 years from now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I mean. So, because with a lot of games and stuff, 10, 15, 20, that's quite an anniversary milestone with a lot of franchises. So that's something I discovered. If anything's going to happen this year, if anything's going to happen with Prince of Persia at all as a franchise, it'll be this year.
I so hope so.
So do I. I really do.
I mean, I would absolutely love a remaster remaster of the first 3 games.
Like the Crash Bandicoot treatment.
Yeah, I'd love that.
Definitely, yeah.
There'd be nothing more pleasing to. I think I'd give up sex to play that game.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
That's
a statement.
It's a fucking statement and a half.
Yeah, I would happily give up sex to play that game.
I think that's what would happen anyway if the game came out and you bought it. It's like, I'm not getting laid for a week, I'm playing this game straight.
For a week?
For a while.
Week?
For a while.
For a while?
For a while.
You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, I wouldn't mind seeing a few little things through in there as well. You know, maybe like a little slight nod to the Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, I hope it's not Forgotten Sands, because in Forgotten Sands you actually get an Ezio skin. You can play through the game as Ezio, which is annoying.
Speaking of that, yeah, I forgot completely all about that. That's probably a game I've been playing as well.
What, Assassin's Creed?
Assassin's Creed, Ezio's
the Ezio Legacy, okay.
Yeah, no, I forgot how good those games actually were.
Yeah, they were pretty good.
They were like, yeah. I mean, he's the only assassin to get
3 games. 3 games in a movie.
He didn't get a movie?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, yeah, he got an animated movie.
Film, yeah.
I was going to say.
That's where he died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm just trying to think. He got what?
Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed Revelations.
Yeah.
Well, he technically shared Revelations with Altair.
Yeah.
But it was mostly Ezio.
It was mainly Ezio, yeah.
Yeah, the Altair missions were quite few and far between.
Yeah, they were boss though.
Oh, yeah, it was great. It was a great game.
I just love some of the names. Altair Alabim.
Yeah.
And then
Ezio Auditore da Firenze.
yeah, and then he went and fucked it up.
Yeah.
Then Ezio Auditore di Firenze, and then it was just like Connor Kenway.
Yeah. Nathaniel Kenway, was it Nathaniel? Who
No,
was
it was Connor Kenway.
Yeah, that was the assassin. Haytham, that's the one.
Haytham Kenway was his
Nathaniel, where did
father.
Nathaniel come from? What the fuck?
I don't. I mean, you trying to go English as English can get.
Well, he was English.
Exactly, and I agree with you. But no, there was Connor Kenway. Haytham Kenway was Connor Kenway's dad, and then there was
Edward Kenway.
Edward Kenway, which was Connor Kenway's grandfather, which made him Haytham's father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the whole thing. And then you had the Assassin's Creed Unity with Arno.
Yeah,
And
that
then
didn't
Assassin's
happen.
Creed Syndicate with Jake and Evie.
Yeah.
Which was easy. Oh, Jacob and Evie, sorry. That was easy enough. Then you went to Origins, it was Bayek.
Yeah, Bayek.
And then God knows what's next.
Do
There'll probably be something like that at E3.
you know what I would love to see? No, I can't see them going back to a yearly release.
No, they're not. No, I don't mean a year release. They're going to probably mention something, though.
I hope they mention something, because if they're going to go with from anywhere at this point, in my opinion, you've got two options.
Yeah.
They can either go to feudal Japan, which is what every fan's been screaming for.
Yeah.
Because we wanted ancient Egypt for years.
Yeah.
And we finally got it. So if they're going to listen to the fans, feudal Japan's the next place to go.
Mm-hmm.
Which kinda is, in my eyes, is going to be like, yes, finally. But then,
We'll see
aren't you just technically a ninja?
We'll see how they fuck it up.
Yeah, we see how we fuck it up.
Yeah.
But the other option I would absolutely love to see is, I always forget her name, Bayek's missus.
Oh, crap. What's her name? Aya?
Aya.
Aya.
I would love to see an origin story for her.
But isn't Origins basically that?
It is and it's not.
How actually, you've got Origins. You got my Origins. How far into it are you?
I'm only about halfway.
Oh, okay.
I'm not that far into it. Like I said, I've been playing Call of Duty more than anything else.
That's fair.
But
You do, I think you get enough context for her in the game.
yeah, you get enough, but there's like, I'm not far enough into the game to realise anything that's gonna happen with her. But I'm far, when I was playing the Ezio Auditore collection.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to the
You've mentioned this. The Assassin's Vault, and she's there.
she's there,
Yeah.
and the reason she's there is because she's a master assassin for killing Cleopatra using a snake.
Yeah. Well, as I say, you got to finish the game first to get any of that. But yeah, Prince Persia.
Oh,
Yeah. So if anything gets announced at E3, it will be this year they announce it because of the 15-year anniversary. But that's just something I found out. I thought that would be interesting to bring up, but we'll see because it's not that far away now. It's 2 weeks away. Is E3. The next couple things I have on my list are all just, well, I've noted them down as like exclamation mark, question mark, because they're quite surprising.
yeah.
The first one is mainly for me. There's a bit of a hint or something of the like the Persona 4 might be coming to the PS4, which is great because Persona 4 was completely way over your head. I know.
Yeah.
But Persona 4 out of the Persona series was like second best in my opinion. Persona 5 is best, but 4 is still great. So that's total rumour.
You'll have
The
to
next
explain to us what that game is, because I haven't got a clue, and just in case our fans don't actually have a clue.
Life sim / dungeon crawler,
Oh, fair
Japanese
enough.
as well.
So it's an
JRPG.
JRPG.
Yeah, it's one of those games that when you commit to it, you'll have a great time. The third one was very edgy and very dark.
I mean, the thing I don't get about the JRPGs is some of them are fucking weird.
Yeah, it's just Japan.
You know, like
It's Japan.
it was that one game you showed me, what's called the vampires, where you got to undress them to kill them.
Oh yes, Akiba's Trip.
What the fuck?
I'm sorry, it's called Akiba's Trip. There's actually an apostrophe on the S, so it's Akiba's. The way it looks in the box, it says Akiba Strip.
Yeah.
But yes, anyway.
Fuck me, that was a weird game.
It was, but it's funny. It's funny as fuck though. The next thing, again, total rumour. Spider-Man Homecoming 2, or whatever it's going to be called. There's been talks last couple of days about who might play a villain in it. And the villain being mentioned is Mysterio. You know Mysterio, fishbowl head.
Oh,
Illusions.
yeah.
But this is the you know, alter like eyebrow up kind of moment, because the person in talks to play Mysterio is Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah, exactly. The face you just pulled says it all. Yeah, exactly.
Just so these know. The fuck?
The fuck? I mean, it sounds interesting, obviously.
No, it doesn't.
I'm always... Well, Michael Keaton as the Vulture didn't sound interesting, and then that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, so...
Yeah, but he only got the role because of Birdman. Let's be honest. Let's be
Like
honest.
a Birdman twice in 1 year.
You know what I mean? It was
think
just,
it was, yeah,
and I don't know about you. I thought that film was shit.
Birdman. I thought it was pretty good. I like the cinematography of it.
I think that was the only thing that gave it anything.
Yeah. The whole one-shot take of it.
Yeah, but for me, it was just like, ugh.
Yeah.
I don't like him as an actor in general, so I don't know whether that's me being biased towards him as an actor,
Fair enough.
or whether it's just no, it was definitely the film. The film was shit.
Fair enough. Everyone's got their opinions. But the next thing is
Even though they're
rumor.
wrong.
the last exclamation mark question mark note isn't so much a rumor. It's just something finally got fucking announced. The Lego Movie 2.
Oh,
The Lego
yes.
Movie 2. The Lego Movie 2, which is officially called Lego Movie 2: The Second Part, has been officially announced. I mean, it was obviously given with the way the first movie ended.
Is Chris coming back though?
Oh, he's definitely coming back. He's definitely coming back.
'Cause everything is awesome.
But yeah, that's gonna happen. That's great. So we'll just have to wait on that as well. But all the people who are in the cast, like Alison Brie and all this kind of thing, even the Lego and Instagram account, all shared the logo saying coming soon, announcements wise. It's like, yes,
I can't.
finally. The first movie was so good.
Do you know what makes me laugh? Me and you are probably going to be the only 20-year-old sat there in a theatre full of children.
And I don't care.
I don't. I will drop kick a 5-year-old if they start crying.
I will sit there happy and eat my popcorn and watch the Lego characters play on screen.
Yeah. I will smack a bitch if they start crying. I'll give them something to cry about.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow, I've just turned into my dad.
A little bit. And the last thing is about the PS Plus. Because you saw a little bit of this before. I saw it before earlier this morning. I want to talk about it now. A channel on YouTube called PS Plus Central.
Okay.
His content is primarily about PlayStation Plus and all kinds of things to do with it. I'd recommend looking into it if you're interested in these kind of things. He was mentioning how he got an email through reiterating the fact that next year, as of March next year, PS3 and PS Vita titles will no longer be part of PS Plus subscriptions. Because for the minute, it's like 2, 4, 2, 3, and then 2 Vita. That's why it's 6 games a month. But they've decided to scrap that next year, obviously because the PS3 and PS Vita titles they give aren't the best.
No.
They're very indie and not very popular. So, I mean, they're decent, from what I've heard. They're decent little games, but they're the kind of games that if you didn't get them for free, you wouldn't play them. But yeah, he got an email reiterating about that. But then he also mentioned that there's been rumours going around. Two of them on screen here. One of them is saying that apparently something is getting mentioned about PS Plus at E3 to do with the whole changeover next year, which leads us to the next part of the rumour is that we're going to be getting more PlayStation 4 games.
I've been playing too many JRPGs.
Well, we're even now. We both fucked up once. 4 PlayStation 4 games and 2 VR games. Now, as ideal as that sounds, I don't see that happening.
Ideally, it'd be perfect if you've got a VR.
Yes, precisely, yes.
If you haven't got a VR, you're kind of losing 4 games.
You are, yeah. Unless they offer the games that have VR compatibility, though.
Yeah.
But I think that's not what the rumours are getting at, because one rumour's been saying that from March next year, it's going to be 1 VR game every month. Like, it sort of seemed like it was going to be for a while, because they gave a few VR titles out in, like, around December time.
Yeah.
You got Starblood Arena, you got Riggs, for example. Those are some VR games you got for free. But they've not done VR for a while, so whether that's a purposeful move or I don't know, we'll see. But what PS Plus Central seems to think is more likely to happen in the March turnover is we'll get 2 of each. 2 VR, 2 PS4.
That's what I mean. No,
it shortens down how many games we get, but as long as they're decent games.
That's what I mean. If you're gonna, like, at the moment, you're sort of having quantity over quality.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna shorten it, you can't stick to the shit quality.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna shorten the games, especially like people like we did for me and you, you've got the VR headset, so for you that's great because that's you've got a choice of 4 games then, which means you're only taking a loss of 2 games.
Yeah.
where people as myself, I don't own a VR because
It's expensive.
and plus,
I was
plus
very
you've got one.
fortunate. I was very fortunate to get it as a gift.
Yeah, and as I said, plus you've got one, so I don't have to buy one.
Cheeky son. But true.
But no. So then, coming from my point of view, that's me taking a loss of 4 games. So they've got a sort of.
Well, hang on, wait, 4 games? No. It's 4 PS4 games and 2 VR games. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that. Again, all these are speculation and rumors of like what people think is going to happen, what people have heard, what people hope. A rumor to have 4 PS4 games and 2 VR games. If it's still sticking with 6 games a month, but realistically, it could be 2 of each per month, so it's 4 games a month. And again, quantity over quality. If the 4 games, if we're getting less games but they're good games, then people might not complain as much.
I can't see it. If they're good games.
Let's be honest, people are going to complain anyway.
They're gonna come.
People are going to complain anyway. That's the thing. That's just a fact.
I mean, especially if they're English.
Pretty much. But if they're good games, we're getting less of them. I'd say that's.
If they're better games, but we're getting less, I'm happy with that.
And as long as they're not games I've already fucking got. Yeah, exactly.
At least they can go through your account now and realise you've got no games.
Oh yeah, they can. No, they can't. Wait, no. They'll look and go, we still got all the games, you just lost all the save files. I sank over 300 hours into Persona 5, it's all gone.
Do you know what we can do then?
We'll try and fix it or pull it back.
No, I've got a little idea.
Oh god, here we go.
I know, wheels spinning, the hamster's knackered after this one.
The fires are burning in your ears.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I am the god of hellfire.
Oh god.
No, but maybe we can do a live stream of you playing.
Oh god.
Maybe like a little, not a walkthrough, but maybe a let's play type thing.
We'll consider it.
It's something to look into.
It is something to look into, but it's time commitments as well.
Exactly.
Because like I said, there's a lot of hours of save files gone. Potentially gone, actually. Yeah. I should probably emphasize that possibly gone, because as any PS Plus subscriber out there knows, we have the option of auto upload save files. I just don't remember if I turned it on or not. I don't remember if I turned it on or not, because I thought, oh, it's fine, I'll never need it. I'll never need to upload my own save files automatically. Why is my PS4 burning? We'll find out. We'll find out when it gets back, which should hopefully be a few days.
Fair enough.
We'll see. You will expect numerous posts or talks next week's podcast about if I actually get my PS4 back, or if I had to say goodbye.
No, I think we'll know by the first opening line of just like.
I'll just be sat here in tears like, I can't play my PS4 games anymore.
Not even that, just like from the open title, it'll be like, if you get it back, hi, welcome to the max level game. And then like...
Yeah, it'll start off with a happy and cheery, like, hello guys, how's it going? Otherwise it'll be, you're right, Bellends, how you doing? Max level games, let's go. That'll be how it goes.
You okay, James?
No, I'm not okay. Sad faces everywhere. All around me are familiar faces. Worn out places. Worn out faces.
I don't know why the fuck we went German at the end.
I don't know. I think it's a great place to end this week's episode. I have nothing else to say. Do you have anything else to say, Liam?
Zu Deutschland zur Oberalgen?
No. No, thank you. Whatever you just said. I'm alright. Thank you very much for listening, guys. It's been another week. It's been a very fucking hot week.
Oh, God
damn it. We are sitting here sweating our tits off.
I mean, it hasn't been...
Some of us, literally.
I don't know, this week hasn't been so much up peppy because we're trapped in a really hot room.
Yeah, we've been a bit like... Sorry, why you been playing this week, Liam? Catching our fucking breath. Hopefully next week it'll be a moderate heat, or at least we'll find the fan. I'll find my fabled fan. I
now know how Drake feels when he falls out of the plane in the desert.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Uncharted 3. I was thinking then, wait, Drake is in the rapper? What the fuck? That's really bad, that. I'm going to kill myself now. That's great.
Just God's plan. Oh, God, no!
Oh, God, no. But thank you very much for listening. It's been another week. We'll see you guys next week. And the game.
Peace.
Peace.